What's cracking, everybody? How you doing? Greetings and salutations. It's EC Radio time. You can follow us along on all Disruption Network social media platforms, and it's wrapped up into a little podcast that you can listen to at your leisure, at your discretion, at disruptionnetwork.net. And sorry for all those people that have been listening to me on the audio side of podcasts. I haven't done one in a while. I should. I don't know. I've just been not. I've been ignoring it, and I shouldn't. But anyways, big ups to everybody that's out there supporting us. And thank you so much to whoever nominated us for the Sammy nomination for the People's Choice Awards. That's pretty cool. So if you want to vote for Disruption Network, Local Music Monday is what we're being nominated for. So shout out to my boy Justin Smithson. And if you want to go vote, go over to the SammyAwards.com and select us under the live streaming event category. So big, that's so cool. I always wanted to get a Sammy, so maybe I could get a Sammy. Who knows? You never know. I thought it would be for music, but not for podcasts, huh? Anyways, big ups to my peoples over at EJA Moving Services, the professional movers. When you're ready to move and relocate, hit them up at 315-335-0516, EJAmoving.com. There's nothing that they can't handle. They'll move pretty much whatever you need to move. So give them a call today and have them move you to Florida or Connecticut or Japan. They'll move you pretty much wherever you need to go. Give them a call today, 315-335-0516. Tell Eddie Uncle Z sent you, and you might get a little discount, but probably not. No, I don't know. Who knows? No, he'll give you a discount. He's good like that. Eddie's a good man. Eddie Alsheimer, much love to you, brother. Also, much love to my attorney, Dave Longaretta. Give him a call today if you need legal advice, 315-735-6162. And big ups to my friends over at Utica Coffee, wakethehellup.com. You can find them online. Today I'm drinking the Wake the Hell Up Blueberry. And Rod, you should be trying this right now, brother. I'm telling you, it's that little punch in the face that Wake the Hell Up gives you, you know?
I'll tell you, I could go for a punch in the face.
Right? Come here, pal.
Little kick in the pants.
Come on.
Absolutely.
No, they got some great coffee over there. I love what they do over at Utica Coffee. Thank you to Frank and Heather for supporting EC Radio and the Disruption Network. And again, find them up at wakethehellup.com. And also, can't forget my friends over at Saranac Brewery. I was talking to a friend today, man. I really hope that Saranac Thursday comes back this year. Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, I think there's so much pent-up aggression, and people are just like stuck inside and locked up. They're itching to get outside and see some local music and get on the courtyard over there on Varick Street and pop a couple brews and just gather with their friends, you know? So hopefully that all comes back, and we'll see.
We'll see. I just saw, like I said, Cuomo was talking about, live concerts coming back in February, how that's going to shake out.
Is that true,
I'd like
though?
to see it. I read it. I believe, in the Albany Times-Union, man. So how the logistics of it, I don't know. But, man, I would love to see it because it's been far too long since I've been to a show, man.
Right. Yeah.
Far too long.
I know. You're a huge supporter of the music scene. Rod Wilson joining me today, too, from the locals list. I should give you a little introduction. Sometimes I just get right into things and forget, the steps, the natural steps.
That's all right, man. Get right into the flow. Man.
Right. You're right into the flow. But you've been a huge supporter of the local music scene for a long time, man. First of all, let's get back, because a couple things I didn't know about you. I didn't know you weren't originally from the area.
Right.
You grew up in the Saratoga area. What brought you to Utica? What brought you to the 315?
Funny story, man. We're in college, a whole bunch of years ago. I headed down to Daytona for spring break with a friend of mine, and sure enough, didn't I meet a lady gal down there while we were...
It's always a woman.
It always is, man.
It's always a woman.
So we met up down in Daytona, and I was going to SUNY Albany at the time, which is right in Guilderland. She was studying education at SUNY Oneonta, but she was doing her student teaching in Guilderland, the Guilderland School District. So it was just kismet, man. It was just one of those things that was just bound to happen. So
it was in the stars.
Yeah, it was crazy, So I got back here and called her up, and we, started seeing each other again. And she was offered a job teaching in the district that she grew up with, which was ideal for her. I mean, who doesn't want that? So I said, yeah, man, let me pack up and see what's going on in the Utica area, And
you took a shot.
Took a shot, man. And I've been here ever since, man. So.
Yeah, and what about all the changes that have been going on recently?
I'll tell you, a lot, man. There's a lot, and good, bad, and different, But I think there's a lot of opportunity, man. I think there's a lot of reason to be hopeful for a lot of reasons, not just as we come out of this pandemic, but I think there's a lot of opportunity, to make some things happen on the local scene on a lot of fronts, man. On the live music front, you guys are doing a great job, man. And like I said, Saranac Thursday, I can't wait for that to come back.
Right.
Can't wait for some shows to come, back in with creative concerts at Saranac. Their series has always been phenomenal, man. They've been a great band after great band,
Yep.
So. Yeah, we're staying positive, man. Choosing hope, man, and just kind of working our way through, but trying to affect positive change.
Yeah, how you stay positive throughout this lockdown and this pandemic we're going through?
It's I like hitting the gym, man. I work a lot. I work a lot of stress out in the gym. I've got two very active teenage boys who they keep me on the basketball court. They keep me running. They keep me working. And it's tough to to try to motivate them without me staying up. So I think that the kind of the attitude that we've adopted as a family is, we know where we are. We're shut down. We're being smart. We're being safe. But we also recognize that there's an opportunity for really us to button down and focus on some things that come out of this on the other side with both feet on the ground and ready to take on the world.
You mentioned the gym, bro. You look great.
Thanks.
You
Man.
do. Keep up all the great work. You're down what? 100+ pounds, aren't you?
Yeah, man. I'm down quite a bit, and I'm getting ready to jump in on this challenge with with a local outfit. I usually don't do the challenges over the winter. I put up on a couple pounds, just kind of lounging, man. But I really want to finish the job. Plus, my boys are just dragging me up and down the basketball court, man. So even to compete, man, I need to get in on that. So I'm looking to thin out a little bit more and cut up. But the gym has been my refuge, man. It really has.
Mm-hmm.
We've gone to, they've closed down our gym, so they've reopened. But we decided we were just going to go ahead and start doing the garage gym thing, which is, we're killing it. I get in there, the boys get in there. I love to come home and see the weights scattered, and because I know they've been in there. But it is, man. I go in there. I got to have my music, man. I go in there with my headphones, and that's my escape, man. That's how I get through.
What's on your gym playlist?
Oh, man, you name it. Everything. I mean, the kids, because they're so heavily into, the basketball scene, man. I'm listening to, a ton of hip hop. We're starting to find some Utica, some local hip hop. I've got some
good stuff locally.
There really is, man. My kid, he's 16. His friend is spitting, man. I mean, he was playing me some stuff, and as we were going to work, I'm like, dude, for real. And I know his buddy, and it's funny because he's laid back and he's quiet, man.
And he's young.
He's young, yeah, man. But he starts rhyming and going, and he's working with some producers here that are laying down beats for him in the Utica area, man. So. We're really exploring, that scene in a big way. I'm a classic rock fan. I'm a guitarist myself. Someday when the boys go off to college, I'm looking to jump into another band.
There you go.
So anything that's really hard rocking, driving, guitar driven, that really makes my heart beat is on my playlist, man. A little bit of everything, you name it.
So when you jump back into that band, is it going to be dad rock?
No, man, not at all, man.
That's a term.
Oh
now,
yeah,
right?
oh yeah.
Dad rock.
Yeah. I got some friends in bands like that.
Yeah, of course, we all
right.
do.
Yeah.
Well, guys our age right now, of course, they have families, but they're still out there playing and
absolutely,
dad rock. But keep it going, man. That's because that's part of your fabric, your DNA.
Yeah.
Musicians, they can't ever stop playing.
No.
You got to keep doing it. You got to keep going. It's what you do. It's the way you function.
Oh, absolutely. You feel broken without it. You know? I mean, if you feel like, an appendage is missing, and I'm fortunate to come from a long line of, really old school musicians, old Appalachian, bluegrass. I mean, I got bluegrass on my playlist, my gym playlist, So, I mean, we really dig it all, man. So we're fortunate to have that, that really cool heritage. I just actually recently was gifted my grandfather's old banjo, which is really cool, man. So I'm looking forward to getting that in and getting that set up. And
is it playable?
Oh, it's absolutely playable. It's beautiful. Yeah. Trying to chase down Nick, man. See if he's still around. See if I get some lessons, man.
Oh, he's around.
Learn how to pick that thing. Yeah.
He'll do it too, like through Zoom or whatever. If he doesn't want to come all the way down, he'll do it through Zoom. And very talented.
Oh, absolutely, phenomenal player. Phenomenal.
Yeah. There's so much talent. We talk about this all the time, how much talent there is. Mm-hmm. And so, what made you start up the local list? Just because you wanted to get and I should back up by saying that you have always been involved in community chamber meetings and whatever, and you've been active. You've had businesses locally as well. But was the local list something that you developed during this pandemic? Really
what it is going back, and you may remember, I don't know, maybe, 7-8 years ago, I had this project, and, it was called Gokul. And, my clever idea was to jam Go and local together, and that really didn't work out too well. And it's funny because I was looking through some old notes and ran into some of the old graphics that we had developed. and the low was kind of unemphasized and the cow was emphasized, and somebody had pointed out to me, he's like, dude, I thought you were selling diets, man. And I said, oh yeah, you're right. So I think that was my single biggest misstep of really trying to kind of launch that platform, and it went well. I mean, once people understood what it was about, I mean, we had an online directory, we were developing local content, and our focus was to be a driver for local business, and an advocate for local business, and it was going well. We were having a good time with it. We were starting to do a lot of things in the community. We were starting to sponsor shows. We were bringing shows in.
Yep.
Got hooked in with some interesting characters, man. That's a different story entirely. But, and then a few years ago, my wife was diagnosed with breast cancer, so all of that kind of stopped. Your priorities changed real quick.
Absolutely.
And thank goodness, everybody is happy and healthy, but that had to be our focus. So fast forward to I want to say last spring, man, when the pandemic really started started affecting people, in a big way. And I said, man, we really need to revisit this, because everything that we had talked about, local economies, local food systems, and the centralization of all of the powers, Amazon, Facebook, all of these big powers. And we saw in massive form the monies just being migrated to these outfits because they were in a position, they had these tools,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're all monsters. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to get back to that, so we started kind of poking around last summer, and then, into the fall a little bit, and then recognizing a lot of people's business cycles. We didn't want to push in on people and say, look, man, this is what we're trying to do. So we wanted to step back and really kind of look at, taking a better approach. And now everybody is in a position to really kind of understand and make moves on the business front. So what we did with those locals list, came up with a name that we thought was representative of what we're doing. And the things that we had that were most successful beyond the directory were these lists, these emailers. They went out social media, they went out email, they went out SMS. And what it was we had three of them. We had, one was called the Lunchbox, one was called the Maitre d', and one was called the Hotspot. Mm-hmm. And what it was just a list, an HTML rich list, linkable, hot links that went out. The Lunchbox and the Maitre d' went out daily, and then a couple of times a week we sent out the Hotspot. And the Lunchbox focused on local restaurants' lunch specials for that particular day, and we focused it to go out at a particular time when people were thinking about, hey, what's for lunch, Maitre d', same type of thing, but it was dinner related, And then the Hotspot, what we did was we highlighted a lot of the things that we thought, but were going on in the community, whether it was live music events, whether it was theater events, that type of thing. And given the success of that, and given the simplicity and the dynamic and the incredible flexibility of lists, it seemed like, dude, we can make a list for everything. We really can. And then what we can do is we can target those by, maintaining our platform. So what we're going to do coming out of the box is really focus on some lists. And to give an example, man, you were super kind enough to provide us with our first influencer list, so we'll do a variety of lists, and one type we definitely want to do is we appreciate and respect the people that have been in this community and the people that do what they do, man. Come on, Z is a legend. You're a local music legend. You know what I mean? You know what's going on. You know the scene, man. So we're not. Yeah, no, man. It's great stuff. Like I told you, I've been a fan for a long, long time, man. And so what we want to do, people respect you. There's no doubt about it. You can use the term that you throw around a social media influencer, but the bottom line is people respect you. They know who you are, So that carries a lot of weight. So what you've done is you've provided us a list of 10 great local jam bands, man. So what I've done is I've compiled that.
Was it jam bands or just bands in general?
It was, you kind of titled it jam bands, but as I was looking through some of the video and some of the content, it seemed like there was a pretty good mix, but still all great local bands, some I didn't know, and I started try to stay pretty alert, so it was cool to be introduced to some of those, and some I knew, but the idea is, okay, now we've got a list of these 10 bands, right? And this is an HTML rich, hot linkable, we can kick them to their YouTube if there's a particular video they're looking for, and that's one thing we noticed too, is some people are better established in social media, their web presence, than others,
Yeah,
so
right.
what we want to do is we want to create that list. We want to send that list out. We want to put it right on your phone. You know what I mean? Search is great, man, but we want to bring it to you. Discovery is better as far as we're concerned. if I'm going to look up 10 Utica jam bands, I mean, how long is that going to take me to go through Google and everything else? And what kind of stuff am I going to find? I'm going to find stuff for Utica, Michigan. I'm going to find stuff for, all over the place. And to be quite honest with you, I went through and Googled some of the bands that you gave me, and there really wasn't much that came back at all, So if I was out there looking, I'm not going to find them, But here, I've got this feature-rich HTML list, right? It's coming out. All of our social media channels, we're not going to live on social media. We do recognize the ability to reach people in social media, but our platform will be our website. It'll be a repository of the lists we make that will be searchable, findable, and everybody will be able to find this, So back to the list that you gave us, 10 jam bands, right? So this is going to go out. It's going to go out on our social media channels. It's going to go out SMS for people who signed up for it, email, right, for people that are asking for it. They've signed up for a particular list. So what you're going to do is all of a sudden you're going to get an SMS. Okay, cool. I got this list. I'm going to take a look at it on my phone, and we're going to kick yours out a little bit later tonight, man, when I wrap up my regular day gig, man, and we're going to kick it around and really put it in demo mode. But the idea is now I've got this list right here on my phone, HTML, right? I got 15 minutes to kill, right? Let me hit a couple of these, I'm gonna right, and I'm gonna start playing. So I've got this in my hand. So now I don't ever have to go back and look for something I may have seen in my Facebook scroll or my Instagram scroll. I've got this thing. I've got the link right on my phone, and I know I can go back to the localslist.com and I can find those. I can look for those, and I can find related lists, different themed lists, And that's just one type of list we're gonna do,
So you're getting a lot of people to compile lists for you in different categories?
Yeah, we're a lot of the lists we're making ourselves. You know what I mean? And basically, what it is it's our cost, what we charge for somebody to be in a list. We're looking at less than a small Facebook post, a sponsored post.
Bucks.
Oh yeah, exactly. With much better results, targeted results to people who have asked for things, for this particular thing. So for example, we've got Valentine's Day coming up, man. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stack in a list complementary businesses that have that particular theme, and we don't want people necessarily competing against each other. We're not going to put 6 restaurants in there, So give me a florist, give me a candy shop, give me a couple of restaurants, and what we're going to do is we're going to send those to people who have asked and expressed interest in that particular type of thing. And then in that list, you're not going and looking for anything. We're giving you the options. Again, hot links, clicks, everything you need.
It's right there.
It's right there.
Right at your fingertips.
Yeah, I see that. Hey, you know what, man? These flowers, this is a great deal. I'm going to hit this button. And it's going to take you, if you have the ability to conduct e-commerce, that's awesome. But we've also recognized a lot of people really don't have that ability, man. So what we want to do is on our platform is we want to create that opportunity for people. So what we can do is we can send them to a landing page that really is on our platform, and we can process e-commerce for them, whether it's a gift card purchase or whatever that may be, without them having to invest in the full infrastructure of a full-blown website, and it can get costly, without good results. So what we want to do is really just be that landing spot where people come to, and then we want to drive people out to, local, not just local businesses, but local community agencies. I've got a friend who's she's a social worker, caseworker down in Herkimer, and she was sharing with me how difficult it is for her to find different types of resources. So we want to compile those in lists, and we'll find different ways to distribute those. And like I said, some of those will just live right on the website. The website will be totally searchable, data driven, the whole 9, categorized. And we've got a lot of great local charities as well, man, that are looking to do some things, a lot of great things. So what we're looking to do, man, is we're looking to connect people, and lists to me seem to be, they were easy to compile, man, and we can make them based on geography. There's just
interests.
Yeah,
there's just so much.
Oh, exactly. There really is. Like I said, you made a list for us. We've got other people, and we're looking for all different communities, man. I just drove down here at James Street, man, and I'm looking, I don't know any of these businesses, and I'm a guy who goes looking for businesses that are unknown. Same with Bleecker Street, man. I just don't get out this way, that much. So what we want to do is, search is cool, and it's got its place, man. But what we're looking to do is we're looking to throw out discovery as a concept, man. We want to help you discover things by putting them right in your hand, man, by putting them right in front of you. Because honestly, I wouldn't know what to search for. I can sit in front of Google all day. I don't know what I'm looking for sometimes, you know. But you know, if you put it in my hand, well, that's pretty cool, man. You know, and I don't want to spend hours scrolling for stuff, and you know, who's got time for that, you know? But I got time for a quick, boom, can I read this list on my phone, you know? And everybody lives on their phone now, you know, constantly.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah, so I mean, there it is. It's right there, literally in your pocket, man, with the ability to conduct e-commerce with a couple of clicks, man.
Are you thinking about developing an app for it?
Oh yeah, we'll do an app. We'll do an app. I feel
like that's the logical way to go, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. We'll do an app. We'll do, and we're not just planning to be in the virtual space, man. All this technology is awesome. I mean, it's fantastic, but dude, everything is all driven by people.
Yeah.
Man. It's all driven by people and community, you know. So we're gonna be in the physical space quite a bit too. You know, like we talked about in the past, we were able to sponsor some concerts, and and I love music, man. Like you know, growing back up in the Capital District, man, there was live music every night, one place or another, and I know that was the scene here. You know, once upon a time, you know, so. So man, anything that we can contribute to make good things happen, you know, it's a win-win for everybody. You know, it really is.
Good, it's awesome, and you're bringing people together, and not only that, but it's supporting and networking, and that's the great thing that's going on in Utica right now is the networking and the supporting for one another and the growth.
Yeah.
And it's people like you, and there's a lot of others out there doing so many cool things in this community. So keep it going. I love it.
Yeah, and we get an opportunity to talk with and collaborate with with a bunch of them. So it's we've got much love for everybody who does that type of thing. You know, I mean, yourself included. But you're right. There's a lot of great positive action. You know.
How could people sign up for your mailing list or your SMS list?
They could go. They can go right to. I don't think I'll have to look and see if the web guy actually put the link on the website itself. But I know it's on. I know it's on the Facebook.
Come on,
page.
Rod.
I know. It's been one of those weeks, man. We were trying.
I hear you.
Yeah,
it really has. It's been crazy. 2 months actually, but.
Yeah, it's it's weird. It's I just started a new gig on Monday, man, which I'm thrilled with, man. That's a lot of fun, man. So instead of being stifled in an office, I spent the day up working at the Utica Zoo today, doing some IT project work for them, which has been really cool. And as many times I've been to the zoo with my kids and never heard the lions roar, man, they were roaring. It must have been lunchtime, man. So, but it was cool.
It must be cold for them too. I mean,
yeah, well, they got those big coats, man. You know?
think lions can't? Do they really like the winter? But does anybody really like the winter?
Yeah.
But you can imagine that lions don't. I mean, they're an African creature.
Yeah.
They're used to the desert and the sun.
Maybe they were roaring to stay warm.
Yeah, right. They're probably pissed off.
Yeah.
Don't get close.
Yeah, right.
No, the Utica Zoo is a gem in this area.
Yeah.
It's legendary. I mean, that thing's been around over 100 years.
Yeah, it was the first time I had been up there,
really?
since my boys were small. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I mean, in the last, since I've seen the signage and the work out front, but I had no idea that they had put this New York Power Authority Education Center in there.
Is that open though?
It appeared to be, yeah.
Okay.
And, but that's quite a nice building, So it was nice, and just to see some of the additions to some of the exhibits, was really cool. So they're really doing some cool stuff up there, man. It's cool to see, and it really is, like you say, it's a gem, man. I mean, who else has a a city this size and has a zoo in the middle?
That's got to be so hard though for them. I mean, everybody's struggling, but that's an attraction here in Utica, and that's the first thing that gets cut.
Oh yeah,
attractions, and I think it's all going to come back. We talk about this. I think when it all does and it's over and the vaccination goes through and people are not so scared of COVID, we're going to have a roaring 20s. And
I agree, man.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so.
No, I think a lot of people are ready to hit the ground running, man. They're ready to come out of it, and I think a lot of people are hopeful. I know certainly a lot of people that I've been talking to, and they're just kind of doing their thing and waiting for that go light, and they're ready to not to just attend things but to make things happen, man. I think there's a lot of pent up energy, and if we can focus that pent up energy in positive directions, man, good things are going to happen.
Be a good time for you to relaunch Poppy's Nut Butters.
And that, yeah, man, that was, we really had planned some big things for last summer, man, because of the way that we're modeled. We're not looking to be,
it's just a
on
seasonal
retail
thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, we'll go through, we will find destination locations eventually, but the idea is to just be a quick serve, on the go kind of thing. musical festivals, children's events, families events. I mean, the market,
farmers markets,
exactly.
Stuff like that,
yeah. And it's not really, it's never really meant to be a jarred retail product. Man, the idea is we're doing, a gourmet level, nut butter sandwiches, cashew butters, almond butters, you name it. We've got some really cool marshmallow creams. We've got a healthy version of a chocolate hazelnut butter that's killer.
It's healthy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever read some of the ingredients on some of the stuff, but that's our goal, man. Our goal with Poppy's is to put good food in people's bellies, man. That's nutritious while creating opportunities, for youth and families in the community. I mean, we were able to in the past, here in Utica, we sponsored. There was a Reviving Baseball in Inner City program. We won a couple of championships there, and it was awesome. It was incredible to come out and to see these kids get their first base hits. And so we're looking for life to open back up, man, so we can do more of those type of things.
Right. Do you have a truck with the nut butters?
I know,
or is it just more of a vending type thing?
I think we might do a truck, man.
Yeah.
I think we've got a really cool stand set up, custom printed,
right.
The whole nine, so we can just pack it up and go. But I think this COVID thing really has had me, I think, re-examining where I'm at and really committing to locals and Poppy's in a big way. Not that I wasn't committed before, but I'm like, dude, it really makes you re-examine your priorities, man. And I'm like, these are the things I'm about. These are the things that make my soul feel good. So when we get out of here, these are the things we're gonna do.
Yeah.
I mean, IT's cool. But we're really about, and both of these projects have the same mission, man. With locals, we're looking to empower local businesses, man. To do things for themselves, to advocate for themselves. We're going to also advocate, on a governmental level for small business. I mean, it's so important. And the same with Poppy's, man. It's just it's a different venue and it's a different avenue. But at the end of the day, we're looking to empower people, empower projects. So those people can go on and empower other people.
Talk about Poppy's Nut Butters real quick too,
Yeah.
and describe like exactly what you do with that company.
Yeah, I mean, what we do is we go to we've got a setup, like you said, it's a mobile concession.
Yeah.
And then what we do is we've got gourmet nut butters that we make. You know what I mean?
So you make them?
Oh yeah,
they're all homemade.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Well, we've got a commercial kitchen, but yeah, we've got a commercial kitchen, and say for example, you're familiar with Stone Cold. Everybody knows Stone Cold Creamery, right? So we do the same kind of thing, except we've got a nut butter base. So we've got a cashew. Like I want chocolate chips, I want raw cacao, I want raisins, I want this type of thing. So we'll go ahead and we'll cut that up and we'll blend that right up on the spot. And we use all local vendors, man. So we use local breads. So what we do is make these gourmet sandwiches. We don't do the jams. We buy jams from local vendors, but like I said, we've got this we've got a raspberry, vanilla, and a chocolate, marshmallow cream that are awesome, and then we just we either sometimes they're grilled, sometimes they're not grilled, and they're so good. You know what I mean? They're not your average peanut butter or jelly sandwich.
Right.
We'll hit them with a little drizzle of dark chocolate, but the idea is for them to be, to be healthy, to be fun, to be nutritious. While we're teaching a little bit about, sustainability, that type of thing, without beating people over the head with it, man. We just want to be fun, with the message kind of, being.
How'd you come up with that concept?
Man, it's been kind of off and on, I think, for about 10 years.
Yeah, it's
now.
been a long time because I remember
Yeah.
we were having these conversations at the electric company back in the day.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was, I honestly, I don't even know. Poppy is a familial term that we've always used for, the patriarch in the family. You know what I mean? So it was, my grandfather and then, my father, who since passed. So I am now Poppy of the family.
You're Poppy now.
I'm now Poppy Wilson, and honestly, I think part of the concept for me too was, and another part of that too is, we're looking to address hunger issues. We're looking to solve problems, and create opportunities with that. But it just reminded me of getting back to going to my grandparents' house, and eating that good food. It wasn't all this processed box garbage, you know what I mean? It was, they were cooking, and one of the places as a child, and I had my challenges, growing up, man. So a lot of this I feel, you know what I mean? And that's the motivation, But one of the places I always felt most comfortable in life was in my nanny's and Poppy's kitchen, man. That was good stuff. So what we wanted to do is I wanted to take that out and kind of convey that and share that with the rest of the world,
Awesome.
Yeah. So
awesome. So hopefully you get that going, and the events will come back.
It
and
is.
You can have that stand up and rolling again.
And we looked at going on a different, like a retail basis and getting in some local retail spots. But that's really not, that's not really been the energy or the culture of what we're trying to do. So we said, let's it's just a matter of months, man, before we can get back on it. So let's focus on the locals list. And this summer, when we're ready to go, we'll roll with it.
You're busy, man. You got a lot of things on your plate.
Yeah, I am, man. I am. It's I got to stay that way, man. You have to. Yeah.
Keeps the mental health intact.
Yeah, absolutely. Keeps you young too, man.
That too. That too. Yeah. How do you maintain your youth? Is by staying active mentally and physically too. It's important to keep exercising and doing your thing. And so you're at the gym regularly? Is it an everyday thing for you? Good.
It pretty much. I mean, like I said, we converted half of the garage into a gym. Mm-hmm. So I'll run out there 3 days a week. I'll lift 3 days a week, and then the kids trying to play basketball, man. Like the only time we can get in is 6 a.m.
That's the best way to maintain cardio right now, especially in the winter time.
Yeah. So my kids are dragging me up and down the basketball court at 6 o'clock in the morning, 3 days a week on top of it. Yeah.
Nice.
So and my thing is, I want to be out there. I want to push it, man. I'm going to make them work. I'm going to make them better.
Did you play hoops growing up?
I didn't, man. I played baseball and football. I went to a big school, Shenandoah. The guys I played basketball with at high school. Greg Kubek went to Duke. He was the first kid to ever play at 4 Final Fours. So it's a different level of competitiveness there, man. You know what I mean? Played in the street, but I'll tell you what, I have learned to really truly respect the game. I mean, baseball was easy for me. Football was easy for me. It was easy for me to teach my kids. But we've got them working with some incredible skills trainers and trainers here locally, man. And just the detail to the game is just it's amazing. I've like I said, I've really learned to love the game, man. I'm trying to chase down some old man leagues when they come back.
Are you following baseball or basketball or any sports right now professionally?
Baseball. Yeah, baseball. I mean, football. I'm a Bucks fan, man. I'm a long time Bucks fan. So I'm in my glory, man. I'm looking forward to Saturday night.
It's gonna be a good game.
A hell of a game.
Bucks and Saints.
Absolutely, man. Two legends going at it, man.
Seriously. And it's the first time 2 over 40-year-old quarterbacks are meeting each other in the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tom Brady, he's an alien.
I'll tell you, man.
I think he's an alien.
When he came in and they talked about bringing him in, man, and everybody's like, "Nah, he's old, he's washed up," and knowing the receiving corps of the Bucs, dude, he didn't really need to be the Tom Brady of old. Right. But man, that's what we got, man. I mean, he led the league in downfield passing this year, and I mean, he tore it up. He really tore it up. So we're excited. I'm excited. I mean, we took a couple lumps against New Orleans in the season, but look, we had no preseason. It's gonna take a little bit to gel, man. So I think we're gonna come out. We're going to come out all right on Saturday.
It's going to be the game of the week.
I think so.
Too.
I think so, man. It's going to be exciting.
I'm rooting for Buffalo.
Me too, man.
You gotta root for Buffalo. Go Bills.
Yeah, those are my picks, man. Tampa and Buffalo in the Super Bowl, and Tampa taking it at home, man.
Tampa and Buffalo, huh?
Oh yeah.
Isn't the Super Bowl in Tampa?
It is in Tampa. Yeah. Opportunity for them to be the first team to ever play at home, man. It's pretty cool.
Before the season started, everybody had speculation on if Brady could get along without Belichick,
right?
And he's proven that.
Yeah, I think
he definitely can.
Yeah, I think we answered that question. Yeah,
for sure. He's got a lot of great weapons, though.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of good weapons. But this is a good time for football.
It is.
I've been kind of in and out of it this year. Well, for the last couple of years, I've been in and out of it, but now I'm starting to pay a little attention because there's really nothing to do. You sit around the house. But the Bills are good this year.
Oh, yeah, they're exciting.
And you got to I'm rooting for them. I definitely have to root for them. I always said if Scott Norwood hits that field goal against the Giants, because I'm a huge Giant fan, but I liked them both at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like high school. I was like a junior in high school for that game. And if Scott Norwood hits that field goal, I'm probably a Bills fan for life.
Yeah.
But I still root for him. I kept an eye on him for the last, however many years, and look at him now.
Yeah. No, I had my eye on both, for a long time because I've been a Bucks fan for, the early.
How do you
80s.
become a Bucks fan living in upstate New York?
It's weird, man. I was watching a lot of college football at the time. I was watching Miami. They drafted Testaverde, so
gotcha.
So I followed Testaverde to Tampa, and I don't know. I was just stuck, man. So, but in the early '90s, dude, I was all about the Bills, and doing the eye on one team or the other, and it's just crazy to me that it was that long ago, man.
I know, 25 years.
That's
25 years. Jim Kelly, Andre Reed, Thurman Thomas, Bruce Smith, Cornelius Bennett. They had such great teams.
Absolutely. Phenomenal teams.
Goes by fast, doesn't it, dude?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Way too fast.
Yeah. They're saying the Earth is spinning even faster now.
I believe it.
Which is making time go by even faster.
Yeah, right?
Great.
Yeah,
Slow down. No, it's going to be a good weekend of football, though.
It is,
I'm
man.
excited to see what happens. But you can't count out Green Bay.
No.
And you can't count out the Chiefs in the AFC either.
No. I do like Buffalo over Kansas City, man.
I do too.
I think they're hungry.
But Kansas City has to get past the Browns, and the Browns are no slouches either.
Yeah.
But it's still the Browns.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
But it's good to see. I mean, Cleveland's got the Browns in the playoffs right now, so that team's riding high. And of course, Cleveland deserved that basketball championship that they got with LeBron back a few years back.
Yeah.
So they deserve that. So Cleveland, it's been a hardship city, that's for sure.
It is, man. It's we like to go. We've got my father-in-law lives just south of Cleveland. So we'll go, and say hey and hit the the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame every once in a while. And I think my first NFL game I ever went to, as a matter of fact, I don't even think I know, was Cleveland and Oakland in Cleveland, man, at the old stadium on the lake. Oh man, that was a different era, man.
I like that little town, that little area of town in Cleveland. You got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the stadium's right there. It's like a cool little area.
It is.
Yeah. The Hall of Fame's pretty cool too.
Yeah. They've got some good things going on there too that you don't hear much about, man. They've got an incredible zoo,
Oh yeah, incredible music scene too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you don't say Cleveland rocks for nothing.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
No, I believe it.
It's got a great music scene, man. And we got a great one here in Utica, and hopefully we can get it back to where it was. Like I said earlier too, I think when it comes back, it's going to be bigger and stronger than ever.
I agree.
And having guys like you making these lists and getting people informed, it's a wonderful thing, man. And keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think we could do to contribute, man. It's not all out of the kindness of my heart, man. I dig doing this stuff,
Yeah, for sure.
I dig going to shows, man. So, we want to.
And you're supporting, you're helping, you're networking. It's important to have people like you.
Yeah, it's and you know what, and it's a lot of fun, man. I mean, the people that I get to meet on a regular basis, and just the talent, the creative talent, the ability, the knowledge that people have that just goes so unnoticed, because we don't stop and pay attention, or because they're struggling, to be seen, you know what I mean, in these in these social media channels. And I don't know if you've seen The Social Dilemma though.
Yes, I have.
Dude, if your strategy is social media, dude, you have no chance to win. You know what I mean? So recognizing that and then utilizing, man, I've been around the web for a whole lot longer than I probably care to admit. But I was one of those early AOL guys. I'll get my 750 free hours and uninstall and reinstall. Back in the day, man. And that's what really the catalyst was just seeing and recognizing, what works, what doesn't work. And we want to put the tools that really do work in the hands of people, because it's, SEO, search engine, it's a whole bunch of voodoo and snake oil, man. It really is, So we said, how can we simplify things? Let's put it in their hands instead of making them go look for it. Let's put it in their hands, and they can go with it from there. You know.
Make it super easy for everybody.
Exactly.
Because everybody wants it right there.
Yeah.
And humans naturally are lazy.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So they need to be guided and spoon-fed and whatnot.
That's the nature of the IT industry, man. Is how can I find an easier way to do this, man?
Right. For sure, man. This has been great, man. It's been cool to catch up with you.
Likewise.
So they can find you on social media, right? At the local
right.
Instagram, Facebook.
You got it, man. We're kicking around. Like I said, social media. It's not our priority right now. We're just sharing a bunch of stuff, for some locals that have reached out to us. But in coming weeks, we'll start to organize those posts, and like I said, we'll be active there, but we certainly don't intend to live there. We'll use those as different distribution channels because we recognize where people are. But yeah, man, hit us up on Instagram. We're probably most active. We've got the Facebook profile. We've got the website. thelocalslist.com. We're on Twitter. And we like to engage with people, man. So and that's the other thing too is to reach out to us. Let us know how we can help you, because a lot of times, people are they're rolling out these platforms based on what they think people need and what people want, man.
Right.
We recognize everybody in this community has got different needs. A retailer has got different needs than a local restaurant, you know what I mean, in terms of reach, in terms of what they need, So what we want to do is we really want to talk to these people, find out what we can do for them and help drive business for them and help them to be more successful, man.
Excellent. Yeah. Is there a way to get in touch with you?
Yeah, absolutely, man. You can DM us by any way of those.
Slide into your DMs.
Slide into my DMs, man. You can. We've got an email, thelocals@thelocalslist.com.
Gotcha.
You can email directly at rwilson at thelocalslist. But yeah, man, we love to hear from people. Love to talk to people. And you'll see us out. We're going to produce our some content, a little bit of content. In a little bit different format than than a podcast, man. What we're going to do is we're going to go out, we're going to engage with people. We're going to do the stuff that they do, man. You know what I mean? So we're going to hit you up, man. So if you're up doing a show up at Saranac, man, I want to come back and we want to roadie with you, man. You know what I mean? And then we've got so many people.
I'll put your ass to work.
There you go, man. But I mean, the people that are doing cool things in this community, man. That's we want to throw down with them, and we want to share the great things that they're doing with everybody who we can reach, man.
Awesome. I think what you're doing is great, man. And keep it going. And if you need anything, please keep me in the loop.
Man, I appreciate you bringing me in, man, for real, in a big, big way.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
You need to make a list, and when you're making a list of all the moving companies,
there we go.
You should just have one person on your list, and that's EJA Moving Services. Like that little segue?
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
EJAmoving.com. Eddie and his crew will pretty much move you wherever you need to go. They also do car transport. So with some of your snowboards that are still stuck up here in upstate New York, you want to transport your car to Florida or Arizona or Vegas or California. They'll even drive it over the ocean. No, they won't. But anyways, they will transport your car pretty much wherever it needs to go. Hit them up at 315-335-0516, EJAmoving.com. Big ups to Attorney Dave Longaretta, Utica Coffee, and Saranac Brewery. And also big ups to whoever nominated us for the Sammy Awards. You can go vote for Disruption Network Local Music Monday. Big ups to Justin Smithson as well, too, my partner for Local Music Monday. We have been nominated, not nominated, but we have been selected. So you need to vote. We need your vote, people. So you go over there, Sammys.com. I think that's the address. I should know this, right? If I'm going to talk about it, I should know what I'm talking about. But you go to the Sammys website and you vote for us under the live streaming event category. And, I was looking at that list, and there's so many of my friends on that list.
Yeah.
It's like we're competing against all of us. But, that's the beauty of the Sammys. And it just shows that I'm surrounded by so many talented people.
Yeah.
And it's cool to see on the list, Gridley's on there and Just Joe's on there and a bunch of other my friends. So it's cool. And congratulations to everybody out there that has been selected and nominated and getting out there and doing the work. So you get to vote this round through, I think it's January 17th, and then they release the next round. And then you go, it's kind of like, the Final Four type of thing. And then the Sammy Awards, I think it's going to be live streamed sometime in March, early March. So
good deal.
Thanks again to whoever nominated us. I think it's pretty cool. And we were nominated with Street Rock back in 2016 for Best Hip Hop Album. But
it was a great record, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Thank you. It was fun to make, man. And big shout out to Big Blue North. If not for Big Blue North, we would have never had that record done. So those guys are phenomenal over there on Genesee Street. So thank you to Jeff and Pam for getting that done for us. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we got all dressed up and went to the show, and so it was a lot of fun. So I wish we can have a show there, but it's going to be on a virtual platform for the Sammys this year because obvious reasons. But anyways, Rod, thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you,
This has been a lot of fun. And if you need anything, give me a shout, bro.
Much appreciate it, man.
All right.
We'll jam as many votes in that box as we can.
Yeah, stuff it.
We got it.
Stuff my box. See you guys.
Peace.